HR Basics is a series of short courses designed to highlight what you need to know about a particular human resource management topic. In today's HR Basics, we explore how to write a job description using a 6-step process to craft great job documentation. A job description is a useful, plain language tool that describes the essential functions and specifications of a position. Job documentation provides the foundation for many activities of human resource management and provides the foundation for compliance. Use a template to design a clear job description in a user-friendly format. There are many available tools to assist you in the development of a job description. Often, templates are used to streamline the development of job descriptions in an organization. All organizations should have a consistent job description template to ensure consistency in job documentation throughout the organization. To write a great job description, let's use the job description template we just discussed and apply this straightforward 6-step process, which includes job analysis, essential functions, purpose statement, specification, demographics, and review in that order. First, job analysis is the systematic process of collecting information that identifies similarities and differences in work. The outcome of job analysis is job documentation. I recommend a simple 5-step process for job analysis. First, plan by identifying objectives. Then, prepare by identifying jobs and organizing the process. Next, conduct job analysis by selecting a method to collect job data. Then, document by creating good job descriptions, and finally update those descriptions by keeping them current and making them available to staff. Performing a job analysis can include the following steps: observing how tasks are performed, interviewing employees to find out exactly what tasks are being performed, having employees fill out questionnaires or worksheets, or collecting data on jobs from other resources such as ONET online. These are the methods of job analysis. Sometimes a combination of these methods is used depending on the situation and the organization. Observation is where we observe and document the activities performed by current job holders while they're at work. It's limited because many jobs do not have complete and easily observed duties or cycles, and observation may be more useful for repetitive jobs and in conjunction with other methods. The interview method requires a manager, job analyst, or human resource specialist to talk with the employees performing each job. A standardized interview form is used most often to record the information. Both the employee and the employee supervisor must be interviewed to obtain complete details of the job. This option may be particularly useful for highly technical or complex jobs. Since the interview method alone can be quite time-consuming, combining it with other methods is often common. In the questionnaire method, a survey instrument is developed and given to employees and managers to complete. The questionnaire is a widely used method of gathering job data because of its ease of use and convenience. Using the same questionnaire for all positions provides standard types of data across all jobs. The questionnaire is given to employees and managers to complete. However, the questionnaire method assumes that employees can accurately analyze and communicate information about their jobs. Using interview and observation in combination with the questionnaire method allows analysts to clarify and verify the information gathered in questionnaires. A final method of collecting information about jobs is by using the Occupational Information Network located at www.onetcenter.org. ONET is currently the main DOL resource available and provides employers with a wide range of useful job-related information. ONET also now contains the Dictionary of Occupational Titles and has hundreds of job descriptions already written and available. Essential functions. The first major task of writing the job description is defining the essential functions of the job. The use of the term essential function should be part of the job description, and it should explicitly state how an individual is to perform the job. Defining essential functions encompasses the following steps. First, ensure that the tasks are truly necessary. Then, determine the frequency of the task. Determine the consequences of not performing the task. Determine if the tasks can be redesigned. And finally, determine if those tasks can be reassigned. The Essential Functions and Responsibilities section is a summary of the responsibilities and tasks of the particular job. Essential function statements typically appear in order of importance or in order of the time each task requires. Some distinguish the essential duties from marginal duties in this section. The Essential Functions section contains essential function and responsibility statements. Essential function statements are broad themes of the most critical work done in the job. Responsibility statements support the essential function by defining important job tasks. When developing your essential functions and responsibility statements, use the Key Result Area or KRA formula like you see here. This formula provides simple guidance for writing your essential function and responsibility statements. The formula helps you start out each bullet with an action verb, making your statement action-oriented. Next, you describe what action needs to be taken, ask what needs to be done. Finally, you determine the outcome. Describe what needs to happen in measurable terms, asking yourself, what's the result? Here are some tips for writing essential function or responsibility statements. First, always use the KRA formula. You should have 4 to 8 essential function statements in each job description. Each of those essential function statements should have 2 to 8 responsibilities listed below using bullet points. And finally, avoid vagueness in your language by using the KRA formula. Organize your responsibility statements in a logical order using a bulleted list under your essential function statement. Consider listing responsibility statements in order of importance. After you've completed writing the essential functions and responsibility statements for your position, review and establish the approximate percent of time you spend on each KRA. Start by prioritizing responsibility statements, ranking each by order of importance. With each responsibility statement ranked, add up the total of the assigned ranking numbers under each essential function statement to obtain a total score for the bucket, the area, or essential function. The essential function with the highest score will generally have the highest time percentage assigned. Then, estimate the percentage of time the incumbent will spend on each essential job function over the course of the year. The total percent should equal 100. Since you've already prioritized each responsibility statement, it should be easier to estimate the time spent on each. Next, write your purpose statement, which is a concise and brief description of the reason the position exists. The purpose statement provides just enough information about the essential functions to distinguish the position. It summarizes the overall function of the work and captures the essence of the job. You should write the purpose statement after all of the essential functions and responsibility statements have been written. Here are some tips for writing your purpose statement. Ask yourself, why does this position exist? Begin with an action verb followed by results. Use language everyone will understand. Avoid describing responsibilities and tasks. And remember, it's not a reiteration of those essential functions. Finally, keep this statement to 45 to 60 words, which is clear, concise, and captivating. Next, job specifications include the knowledge, skills, and abilities required of the essential functions of the job. Specifications include education and experience, physical demands, and work environment characteristics. The final portion of the job descriptions is the specifications section. This section documents all the qualifications that a job candidate must possess. A key point is that job specifications are the requirements for job success, not desirable attributes that go beyond what is required by the essential functions of your job. So your specification should be 5 things. First, consistent with organizational standards. Second, unbiased and not based on an individual. Third, precise to meet the needs of the position. Fourth, specific to ensure clarity. And fifth, relevant to essential functions of the job. Organizations should develop a checklist for each type of job specification to ensure consistent decisions are made for each position description that's written. This standardized list ensures that terms have the same meaning across all positions within your organization. Let's first talk about education and experience. Education and experience requirements are essential qualifications needed to carry out the day-to-day job function. Education and experience should be defined based on requirements that are job-related and consistent with business necessity. When writing education and experience, identify the minimum level necessary to produce adequate performance results. Consider only those that are required by key result areas and associated activities. If there's a qualification required by your position that's not listed on the checklist, you should add it for your organization. Again, those checklists help maintain consistency throughout an organization. Other knowledge, skills, and abilities include these three elements. Knowledge is the comprehension of a body of information acquired by experience. Skills are present, observable competence to perform a learned activity. Finally, abilities are the competence to perform an observable behavior or behavior that results in an observable product. When writing other knowledge, skills, and abilities content, use the following guidelines. Consider only essential functions. Identify KSAs absolutely required and include only what is necessary for the position. Physical demands are tangible, raw skills that are required by the key result areas of your position. Physical demands are written in paragraph form in the job description. These demands represent abilities that can be observed. Here are some tips for writing your physical demands. Consider each essential function and responsibility statement to determine these demands. When selecting the applicable physical skills, consider only those that are required. State only those that cannot be accommodated, and use carefully chosen words. The work environment section provides a brief description of the work environment. The work environment characteristics described in your job description are representative of those an employee encounters. The work environment statement is written in paragraph form. When writing your work environment content, describe the work environment in 2 to 4 sentences. Include irregular or unusual work schedules and any conditions of the physical environment that an employee may find unpleasant or hazardous. Next, demographic information contains job titles, reporting structure, FLSA status, and other basic information about the job. Following the development of all other job description content, the demographic information can be completed. Although it may seem counterintuitive, you should complete this first section of the job description template last. It makes sense to complete demographics last, as you'll have all the job-related content defined you'll need to make necessary decisions regarding demographic data. The following data is included in the demographics section. Usually, it includes the job title or name of the position, the department, the home department of the position, the date when the description was written, the grade level, which identifies compensation levels according to salary structure, the FLSA status, meaning exempt or non-exempt from overtime provisions of the FLSA, benefits status identifying eligibility, FTE or full-time equivalency expressed in decimal form, for example 1.0 or 0.8 FTE, reports to, which is the title of the position that the position itself reports to, and supervises the titles of direct reports. Finally, the job description is reviewed through an approval and implementation process. The remaining section of the job description template provides for signatures of the incumbent and supervisor of the job. This represents an important conclusion to the development of a job description, a validation of the content, and completion of the job documentation process. It's a good idea to add a statement that indicates that the job description is not designed to cover or contain a comprehensive listing of activities that are required of the employee. Other duties, responsibilities, and activities may change or be assigned at any time without any notice. Signatures are an important part of validating your job description. They show that the job description has been approved. Signatures should include those of the supervisor and the employee. Final job descriptions should be kept in a secure and accessible location, preferably electronically. Managers and employees alike should know where to find job descriptions and understand the important role they play in managing people. Well-written job descriptions are central systems that manage people in organizations. From selection to discipline, job documentation provides the foundation of fairness and compliance in organizations.